Hi, I'm James from Soniccouture. Today we're looking at Polarity Modular. Now this is the second in our Polarity series. Polarity is our new dual stream granular engine. The first was Polarity Tension. You can find that on our site, and that was produced in conjunction with sound design team KV. Polarity Modular, which we have here, was produced with renowned, venerable UK synthesist Ian Boddy. He's generated all the sample content for this, as well as a huge library of 250 presets. To generate the sample content, he has used his extensive collection of modular and analog gear, featuring a full Roland System 100M and a Surge modular, amongst many other choice goodies. Now, when we started on the modular project with Ian, we were excited but a little unclear as to how analog modular would translate into granular. Happily, it sounds better than we could have ever imagined. I think in many ways it kind of reinvents that sound for me. It seems to retain everything that's good about the analog, the fatness, the crispness, the power, and yet enables you to build it into these completely different machines and give it that kind of that granular movement, either the fuzziness, and you can immediately warp that into the kind of machine-like, drill-like stuff that you can get, and everything in between. So it really brings a breath of fresh air into that kind of analog sound, I think. Without further ado, let's dive in and take a quick look. If we just pick a preset here. Okay, so as you saw in that short performance, I'm manipulating these 4 modulation controllers in the middle here. Now these don't just do one thing, they control multiple parameters to have a dramatic effect on the sound. As users of Polarity Tension will know, the first one is largely assigned to granular parameters, so that could be the scanning speed, it could be the grain LFO, it could be the grain position, but it normally has quite a dramatic effect on the sound. As you hear. Controller 2 is the balance controller, and this controls the balance between the 2 grain engines. It could have other things assigned to it, but that's mainly what it's going to do in each case. We're keeping things consistent across all these presets. Number 3 is synthesis parameters. So more traditional parameters like filters, LFO, maybe attack decay envelopes, you're going to find here. And finally, this is the space or the effects parameter. This is going to control things like reverb sends, delays, any of the insert effects which you might have assigned here. It could be a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's go inside under the hood a little bit more to have a look there. We have our 3 tabs at the top: grains, synth and effects. Clicking this gives you access to the granular controls. Now, as I hope is clear from the GUI, you've got these 2 elements here, and if element A is selected, you'll see it like this. Element B, you'll see it like this, and you've got a full section of grain controls there. Over in the top right hand corner of each element is where you control the sample selection. We have made a big change for Polarity Modular because Ian supplied us with so much sample content. We have added a sample browser, which is here. So this is categorized: blips and bloops, drones, feedback, modulations. And what's nice is that as you click through, you can edit them. You can hear them in place. There's a whole section just of oscillators, sync, sawtooths, etc. Soundscapes. This is a morphogene sample. Okay, so you select there, and it's the same for element B. There is a tutorial video that goes into detail on this, so I'm not going to go into the detail of each controller here. But you can select each element by clicking, and the same for the synth controls, and this is where you're going to find filters, LFOs, etc. But each element, each grain engine is always completely separate from the other, and that's part of the power of Polarity. And as I mentioned, yes, this is your effects section. You have 3 different inserts per channel that you can assign here, and you have all the NI effects here, which is fantastic. Things like psyche, delay and replica are really, really cool effects. Finally, in the effects section, regular Soniccouture users will be familiar with our large selection of IR reverbs. But this time there's a twist, because this time Ian has made a big set of IR reverbs to use here from his big collection of analog bucket brigade delays. Some of the spring reverbs from his Buchler, from his Doepfer, the Echo Fix, Moog bucket brigade, some resonant comb filters, the VCS3 spring reverb. And they give this whole library, this whole product, a really kind of unique, unified analog sound. Hear that spring reverb there, huge, and the wobbly one. Okay, that wraps up this quick overview. Do jump over to my tutorial video. I'm going to put the link up on the screen. That will give you a much more in-depth view, and it'll take you through how you can learn sound design with granular synthesis, with Polarity, and of course working with your own samples. Okay, thanks.